Hello and a very good morning to all our viewers. You're watching the morning news show on CNN News 18 with me, Sakshi Singh Victoria, here to walk you through all the latest news and developments from across the globe. Let's start right off with a possible crack within the opposition alliance INDIA, as the Aam Aadmi Party and the Congress are again at loggerheads over contesting the Lok Sabha elections together ahead of the opposition INDIA alliance. The controversy erupted after Congress leader Alka Lamba said that the party will contest all 7 Lok Sabha seats in the city. Her statement evoked a sharp reaction from the Aam Aadmi Party, and responding to Lamba's claims, Aam Aadmi Party chief and national spokesperson Priyanka Kakkar said that if Congress has already decided to not form an alliance with us, then it is of no use for us to attend the next INDIA alliance meeting. Following this, the top Congress leadership in the city sprung into action and dismissed Alka Lamba's remarks as not the official stand of the party. This comes as the Congress party held a key meeting in Delhi yesterday to discuss the strategy for the upcoming 2024 Lok Sabha elections.
3 घंटे की मीटिंग में पूर्व कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष राहुल गांधी जी, खरगे जी, केसी वेणुगोपाल जी और दीपक बाबरिया जी रहे। 3 घंटे की मीटिंग शुरुआत हुई संगठन को लेकर कि संगठन कमजोरियां क्या हैं, उस पर कैसे काम किया जाए, सुझाव आए, उसको कैसे हम मजबूत कर सकते हैं। दूसरा सुझाव ये आया कि लोकसभा 2024 की तैयारियां अब हमें करनी है। मकसद वही था। दिल्ली से पहले 18 राज्यों की मीटिंगें हो चुकी हैं लोकसभा की तैयारियों को लेकर। दिल्ली 19वां राज्य था। 24 कैसे जीतना है, और बिल्कुल आदेश हुआ है कि हमें 7 सीटों पर मजबूत संगठन के साथ हर नेता को आज से अभी से निकलना है। 7 महीने 7 सीटें हैं। ये बात हुई कि जिसकी दिल्ली उसका देश होता है, ये दिल्ली का इतिहास बताता है। इसलिए कहा गया कि बिल्कुल 7 पर तैयारी रखनी है।
अलायंस के लिए कांग्रेस आई थी हमारे पास, क्योंकि कांग्रेस का कोई अस्तित्व नहीं है दिल्ली में। तो इंडिया अलायंस की अब नेक्स्ट मीटिंग हम अटेंड करते हैं कि नहीं, ये टॉप लीडरशिप डिसाइड करेगी। थोड़ा और क्लैरिटी आने दीजिए। बट अगर आज अलका लांबा जी की बात को और उनके दिल्ली प्रेसिडेंट की बात को कांग्रेस की सच माना जाए, तो अगर उन्होंने डिसाइड कर लिया है कि दिल्ली में अलायंस नहीं करना, तो फिर इंडिया अलायंस की मीटिंग का कोई मीनिंग ही नहीं रह जाता। टॉप लीडरशिप डिसाइड करेगी कि हम ये मीटिंग अटेंड करते हैं या नहीं।
I have with me Aam Aadmi Party MLA and Delhi in charge Dilip Pandey. Dilip, we have got to hear a statement coming from the Congress party. It's a bit confusing because one leader has said that they are going to prepare to fight on all 7 seats, while the other one has actually said that they are going to contest all 7 seats in Delhi. What is your reaction to that?
Even that's what when we got to know through media sources that Congress party is not probably willing to make any alliance in upcoming elections, general elections in Delhi. And if that's the case, then I guess there's no point in being part of that India alliance. And obviously the party decision is yet to come, but our leadership is going to decide whether the upcoming India alliances meeting they're going to attend or not.
दिल्ली की जब बात आती है तो स्वाभाविक है दिल्ली कांग्रेस अध्यक्ष के तौर पर ये जिम्मेवारी मुझे संगठन ने दी है कि अरविंद के उस नाकाम फेलियर को, जो जनविरोधी नीति है, उस पर हम सवाल पूछेंगे। अरविंद को कटघरे में खड़े करेंगे। उससे ना लीडरशिप पीछे हटी, ना हम पीछे हटेंगे। हम जनता के विषय पर अरविंद से सवाल पूछते आए हैं, भ्रष्टाचार पे सवाल पूछते आए हैं, अरविंद के उस निकम्मेपन पे सवाल पूछते आए हैं। संविधान की बात आएगी, तमाम विपक्षी पार्टी एक साथ बैठ रही है। इंडिया नाम का जो संगठन बना है उसमें कांग्रेस का नेतृत्व जो फैसला लेगा वो शर्माते हैं। ये आज कोई इस तरह की चर्चा गठबंधन सीट पर नहीं हुई। आगामी लोकसभा चुनाव को लेकर के प्रदेश वाइज मीटिंगें चल रही हैं, वही सिलसिला आज दिल्ली में हुआ।
Taking you to the devastation and destruction in the hilly state Himachal Pradesh. Now the incessant rains continue to wreak havoc in parts of Himachal Pradesh, resulting in damage to buildings and properties. Yesterday, over 50 people succumbed to death, making Shimla and Mandi the worst affected districts in the state. Many parts of Himachal saw heavy rainfall, causing landslides and flash floods. Over 600 roads have been blocked, including the key Shimla-Chandigarh highway. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Sukhvinder Singh Sukhu conducted an aerial survey in Kangra district to assess the situation amid the rain. The rescue operations are currently underway and authorities fear finding more dead bodies under the debris. In last 48 hours, IAF helicopters carried out over 50 sorties and have rescued over 780 citizens in the flood-affected areas of Kangra district in Himachal Pradesh.
Landslide which was reported from Shimla's Krishnanagar area has claimed 2 lives. This information has been given to us by the officers on ground who are working continuously to carry out rescue operations. And I'm coming to you in fact from that very site where those houses collapsed yesterday around 4 to 5 p.m. in the evening. All you can see around this very space is just destruction, debris, and in fact the broken homes which actually collapsed during that very landslide. This is the debris of around 5 to 6 homes which actually collapsed on the evening of yesterday when in fact those places were actually emptied by the authorities, because earlier only they were fearing that there could be something like this, and that is the reason why this entire area was emptied by the authorities. Looking at the debris over here, looking at the kind of destruction which has been done due to this landslide is very humongous. You can see these entire homes of concrete. These are not, mind you, these are not wooden homes, or these are not makeshift shelters or homes. These are proper concrete homes which were washed away by, which was actually which were collapsed because of the landslide. You can see how the debris of those very homes has gone from that very top side to this very end, and you can see how cars have also been destroyed in this very case. You can see only here a car has fallen down off this very cliff, and in fact this is the story from Krishnanagar right now. In fact, a lot of lives being affected, and in fact the NDRF officials have confirmed to CNN News 18 that 2 lives have been lost in this case. Well, first of all, I'm coming to you from the Shiv Temple area, and in fact this is the Summer Hill, and in fact this was the epicenter of this entire tragedy which unfolded here in the summer capital of India, which is Shimla. And in fact right now you can see in these visuals, first of all I'll give you the glimpse of the level of destruction which was done yesterday, because this time around you can see how this entire area was actually washed away by the cloud burst which happened just few meters away from this very space. You can see this entire area being washed away. In fact, kilometers, the speed of water was so high that it took away everything it had in its way. And in fact, on the other side here in the visuals, you can see the army personnel here on the ground working continuously to actually clear out this very space. The NDRF teams are here, the SDRF teams are here, and in fact, the Jawans of the Indian Army and in fact officers of the Indian Army are continuously working, and in fact they're going pillar to post to actually make sure that this area be cleared in as soon as possible, because as of now what is happening here is that all traffic has been halted, everything has come to a standstill. In fact, till yesterday, the latest figures we have is that 11 bodies have been recovered from this very space, and in fact the officials were fearing that there were more dead bodies because the kind of current water had, when the cloud had busted on the upper side or on the upper side of the hill, the speed of water was so high that it took everything it had in its way. You can see down there as well, where this entire under construction home was actually also ravaged because of these flash floods. Well, due to rains in the upper catchment zones, people staying in relatively low-lying areas are suffering from one another issue, which is the untreated water, and in fact also the fresh water which is not being able to channelize properly by the authorities due to continuous landslides and due to continuous flash floods. In fact, this is also one of these areas near Krishnanagar only, and you can see how water is coming from the upper areas to these down areas, and in fact the pressure of this water is also very high. And the worrisome thing is that with this water, it's also with this water there are a lot of stones also which is coming down here with the speed of the water. The other thing to worry is that at this very place there are also nearby some shops which are actually very close to this very place. So this is actually something very dangerous which could happen to these sorts of places over here, because the water is coming at a very high brisk, at a very brisk pace as of now. But if the rainfall increases and in fact there is more untreated water, there is a possibility that more water could come, and in fact even faster the water could come, which could actually create a lot of headache for the people living in the low-lying areas. Shimla, one of the most visited tourist spots across the country and perhaps one of the most loved ones as well, is facing an unprecedented crisis in its history, where the state is reeling under heavy floods, flash floods and in fact heavy rains as well. It's very important to understand the aftermath and the after effects of the floods as well. We talked about how the floods claimed many lives, but it is also very important to understand as to how the people of the state are actually bearing the brunt of this entire situation. Is it just the floods which is causing their lives to be miserable, or is it something else? Well, it's a tourist state where a lot of economics depends and economy depends upon the tourism sector. बाढ़ की वजह से आपके बिजनेस पे क्या इफेक्ट पड़ा इस चीज का, मतलब कम ज्यादा वैसा ही क्या?
बहुत कम, क्योंकि टूरिस्ट नहीं आ रहा है, क्योंकि बाहर के वजह से टूरिस्ट बाहर से भी नहीं आ रहा है, तो हमारे लिए बहुत फर्क पड़ रहा है।
बहुत फर्क पड़ा है। अच्छा बाबू जी, आप एक बात और बता रहे थे कि जैसे आपकी एक मैं थोड़ा शौक था ये सुन के कि जितनी भी प्राइम्स आप चला रहे हैं सब लाइसेंस्ड भी हैं, मतलब सरकार के अधीन रह के आप सब ये काम कर रहे हैं। तो आपकी अगर अच्छा आपके कार्ड भी बने हुए हैं, अगर अच्छा बिल्कुल पूरा एकदम सब चीजें मतलब उस हिसाब से चल रही है, सिस्टम के हिसाब से चल रही हैं। मेरे को एक बात बताइए, नॉर्मल समय पे जब टूरिस्ट होते थे कितना कमा लेते थे और अब कितना कमा पा रहे हैं?
नॉर्मल तो सर ऐसा है, नॉर्मल समय पे कमा लेते 3,000 कमा लेते महीने का।
3,000
नॉर्मल पे अभी तो सर रोटी के भी लाले पड़े हुए,
रोटी के भी लाले पड़े हुए,
गुजारा भी नहीं हो रहा। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, आज तक हमने ऐसा समय देखा नहीं, कभी नहीं। हमारी इतनी उम्र हो गई, आज तक हमें शिमला में ऐसा समय दिखा।
कितने समय से शिमला में आप?
हम हमारे को हो गए सर 20 साल, और इस लाइसेंस बढ़ के हो गया हमारे को 10 साल। जब लाइसेंस बने हमारे ये फ्रेम के
जी। अच्छा आप बताइए, मैं काफ़ी चीज़ें समझा कि मतलब पूरा प्रॉपर ऑर्गेनाइज्ड बिजनेस है, सब चीज़ें हैं। अभी जो है वो बाबूजी बोल रहे हैं कि रोटी खाने की भी दिक्कत है, इतनी तकलीफ है।
ये तसलियत है सर, समय ऐसा इस वक्त बारिश नहीं रुक रही है, बाहर से कस्टमर भी कैसे आएगा, रोड भी सारे ब्लॉक हैं, तो अब
लोगों को डर लग रहा है।
अब इस वजह से हमारा बिजनेस भी रुक गया है, और कमाई कुमाई का तो धंधा छोड़ो। तो ये है कि भाई 100-200 तो बनता तब भी अच्छा था, 100-200 में भी नहीं बन रहा।
अब 100-200 रुपया भी नहीं बन रहा, तो कैसे गुजर बसर कर रहे हैं?
अब जो कमाएगा सर वो खा रहे।
Food is something which is quintessential to every tourist who visits any place or anywhere we go. I am at Mall Road and this is Ajay Dhaba, and the owner is with me to talk about the dynamics and how their business is performing. Ajay जी, ऐसा कभी हालात पहले कभी देखे आपने?
देखो जी, हमारे ज़िंदगी में इतने साल हो गए, मैं 56 साल का हो गया, तो 10-15 दिन भी बारिश होती थी, पर जिस हिसाब से इस बारी जो हुआ नुकसान, ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ ज़िंदगी में। बहुत सारे लैंडस्लाइड, बिल्डिंगें गिर गई, सारे रास्ते बंद हैं। तकरीबन इस टाइम ऑल ओवर शिमला में कोई भी पैदल चलने का रास्ता भी ठीक नहीं है, गाड़ियों का तो तकरीबन बंद है, पैदल भी नहीं चल सकते हैं लोग, तो इतनी बुरी हाल है। और हमारे भी काम पे बहुत असर पड़ा है, क्योंकि टूरिस्ट आते हैं, तो टूरिस्ट से बिना हमारे को काम नहीं है। लोकल लोग तो अपना घर से खा पी के आते हैं, तो मेरे पास भी 2-3 एम्प्लॉइज़ हैं, उनका भी खर्चा यहीं से कर रहा हूँ, सब कुछ खाना भी उनका चल रहा है, अपना भी, तो उतना ज़्यादा काम नहीं है।
आसान भाषा में जैसे अगर किसी को समझाई जाए बात, अगर आज से जब अच्छे साल में अगर आप 100 रुपये का धंधा करते थे या 100 रुपये का काम होता तो अब कितने का काम हो रहा है?
मतलब इस टाइम जो है तो कोई 10-15% काम है सारा ही।
100 पहले 100 का होता तो अब 10 या 15 रुपये का काम,
15 रुपये का काम है, कोई काम नहीं है खास कुछ भी। हमारा अपने परिवार का भी खर्चा पूरा नहीं हो पा रहा है, कुछ भी नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, तो ऐसा ही चला हुआ है सबके साथ। जो हमारे इन नौकर बेचारे, इनको भी हमने अभी तनख्वाह नहीं दिया, 1 महीने की रोक रखी है, तो आगे जैसे होगा थोड़ा थोड़ा इनको खर्चा दे रहा हूँ।
This is the place where tourism is the prime earning source of these people. Yes, the conditions are bettering, but still there is a long way to go, because as of now many roads are blocked and tourists are largely not visiting. They're paying their visit to Shimla. I have the manager of one of the very prominent hotels here in Shimla, the manager Mr. Sanjay sir. Sanjay ji, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18. सबसे पहले मैं ये समझना चाहूँगा, पहले कोविड आया, कोविड के बाद लोगों को समय लगा कोविड से उभरने में, फिर उसके बाद टूरिज्म सेक्टर धीरे धीरे खुलने लगा, अब अचानक से शिमला में फिर ये सब बाढ़ देखी जा रही है, लैंडस्लाइड देखी जा रही है। किस तरह का इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है आपकी होटल बिजनेस पे?
इसका तो बहुत ही बैड इम्पैक्ट पड़ रहा है सर। होटल टूरिज्म तो बिल्कुल नील के बराबर है, 0 ऑक्यूपेंसी अभी ना, कुछ भी काम नहीं है। कोविड के बाद वैसे ही रिकवरी हो रही थी, पर अब ये इसके रेन के कारण बहुत ही बैड इम्पैक्ट है इस चीज़ का। तो क्योंकि आपको रोड की कंडीशन पता ही है, रोड वगैरह बिल्कुल टूट गया है, तो इसमें टाइम बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम लगेगा। तो अब मुझे तो नहीं लगता कि 2-3 महीने वैसे ही वेट करना पड़ेगा अभी हमें।
तो इस सब से क्या इफेक्ट पड़ रहा है? क्योंकि आपका बड़ा होटल है, बहुत सारे लोग स्टाफ भी होंगे, मजबूरी में आके क्या निकालना भी पड़ रहा है कुछ लोगों को?
नहीं, ऐसा तो चलो कोई डिसीजन नहीं है मैनेजमेंट का, पर एक्सपेंसेस तो आप समझ ही सकते हो, एक्सपेंसेस होटल के डेली बेसिस पे भी नहीं कवर हो रहे।
क्या कुछ ऐसा कुछ चाहेंगे कि सरकार की तरफ से मदद मिले?
ये तो डेफिनेटली रिबेट, उसमें टैक्स वगैरह में रिबेट कर दे, कोई और चीज़ एक्सपेंसेस जो भी गवर्नमेंट से रिलेटेड कर सकते हो, डेफिनेटली हम चाहेंगे और इसके रिगार्डिंग बात भी करेंगे।
As per 2019 data, Himachal Pradesh earned 11,000 crore rupees via tourism sector, and in fact it accounts for 7.5% of the entire state GDP. So you can just imagine how the larger workforce is dependent upon tourism as their major part of earning. And after talking to various stakeholders, be it hotel owners, be it restaurant owners, or the people who run small rental businesses here in Shimla, they say their future hangs in balance. In fact, they're still struggling to make their end meets, because first COVID, then there was an unease in the economy and in particular in the tourism sector because of COVID, and now the state has been struck with a calamity of one of its kind. Right now, they just hope for a better future, and their hope actually rests in the government so that their future could return back to normal. This is Yash Goel with video journalist Rama Shankar for CNN News 18 here in Shimla.
Shifting focus to the delimitation war in the state of Assam, where President Draupadi Murmu yesterday approved the delimitation of parliamentary and assembly constituencies in Assam. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma called it a significant milestone as he shared the notification, the Gazette notification, and the poll body prepared the final notification after an extensive consultative exercise with diverse stakeholders. Now, while Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma and other BJP leaders are positive that the delimitation would give a representation to some indigenous communities, Congress seems unhappy with the move, and Congress MP Gaurav Gogoi said that it shows that the BJP does not want the CJI and Supreme Court to have any role in the unbiased election commission.
Commission has decided not to wait for the Supreme Court to give its final order and have gone ahead with publishing the delimitation list. And if you see this in conjunction with the bill that was recently introduced in Parliament, where the Chief Justice of India of the Honorable Supreme Court has been removed from the selection panel of election commissioners, it shows that the BJP does not want the Chief Justice and the Honorable Supreme Court to have a role in having an unbiased election commission. They want a biased election commission so that they can design the delimitation as per their electoral benefits.
ये जो डिलिमिटेशन अभी फिलहाल इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया ने किया है, इसमें हम बिल्कुल संतुष्ट नहीं है। ये पहले भी बोल चुका हूँ, आज भी बोल रहा हूँ और अगले के आने वाला समय में भी हम यही बोलेंगे कि इससे हम खुश नहीं है। इसलिए खुश नहीं है, जो डिलिमिटेशन कमीशन है वो जो इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया जो डिलिमिटेशन किया है, जम्मू कश्मीर में किसने किया है? इलेक्शन डिलिमिटेशन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया। लेकिन असम में किसने किया? इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया। ये कब कैसे हुआ? अमेंडमेंट ऑफ सेक्शन 8A जो भी है इलेक्शन कमीशन ने किया है, लेकिन इलेक्शन कमीशन ने उनका जो खुद का गाइडलाइन है, खुद का मेथोडोलॉजी है, खुद का रूल्स है, वो खुद वायलेट करके असम में डिलिमिटेशन फाइनल कर दिया है।
इलेक्शन कमीशन ने वो दिन लिस्ट फाइनल लिस्ट आउट किया था, आज प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया वो तो सिग्नेचर कर दिया, वो हो गया। लेकिन इस बारे में जो बोलना है, हम लोग पार्टी में चर्चा हो रहा है, पार्टी का डिसीजन जो होगा वही हम लोग का बात होगा। अभी हम अपने से कोई बात नहीं है। इश्यूज तो बहुत है, जो इशू ज़्यादा है, लेकिन उस इशू का बाद हम लोग पार्टी पर चर्चा होगा और वहाँ चर्चा होकर जो डिसीजन होगा वही होगा हम लोगों का डिसीजन।
Moving on, now stir continues over the death of a 17-year-old student death case in Jadavpur University. Students and locals carried out protests on raising slogans and demanding justice for the deceased. Trinamool Student Congress also staged dharna outside university, and a 5-member delegation of the Trinamool Congress met the family of the deceased student yesterday. BJP Yuva Morcha will also be sitting on dharna outside the university. Meanwhile, 9 people have been arrested, out of which 4 are external students and 5 are present-day students, and further investigation is currently underway.
As you can see behind me, the people in Jadavpur University, they are protesting. This is right now, you can see that the big rally has entered Jadavpur University, and they all are actually the residents of Nadia Bagula village, from where this child is 17 years old, he died. So you can see that it's written that we want justice in all there, and stop ragging. All such sorts of such sorts of slogans are there, and they have come from this Bogula, which is you all have come from Bogula.
Yes.
What's your demand?
We want justice. We want justice.
What do you
we
have?
want clear justice. Those whoever are culprit, we want justice from them. Who are the murderer, we want justice from them.
So you can see that this is not only that the students who are it's not only the students who are protesting. These people, this big rally which has come, they are the people who represent that village from where this 17 years old guy, he used to stay in that village. Behind me is Jadavpur University's main administrative building, Aurobindo Bhavan, and they are protesting here, as you can see. So it's not only that the villagers from Bagula have come here.
जादवपुर में आज एक कश्मीर का लड़का अरेस्ट हुआ। ये लड़का को कौन रेसिडेंशियल सर्टिफिकेट इशू किया? ये किस तरीके से ओबीसी ए का सर्टिफिकेट मिला? ये ओबीसी ए के अंदर नहीं आता है। ये इसको मल्टी स्टेट हो गया है। अभी मल्टी स्टेट होने से सीबीआई और एनआईए के लिए फिट केस है। मल्टी डिस्ट्रिक्ट जब होता है तब स्टेट पुलिस का काम में आता है। जब मल्टी स्टेट होता है और मल्टी आपका कंट्री होता है तब सीबीआई एनआईए होता है। ये मल्टी स्टेट हो गया जम्मू कश्मीर और पश्चिम बंगाल। और जम्मू कश्मीर इज ए वेरी सेंसिटिव स्टेट।
Time to slip into a very short break, but stay with CNN News 18 for more news and updates right on the other side.
Somebody talking?
Yeah, we'll try and fix that for you, but go ahead. We can hear you loud and clear. Yeah.
Yeah. So in Karnataka, for example, we had promised that we will get rid of NEP before the elections, and we are doing it. Now, I'll tell you the reasons for it. One, we've got complaints from lecturers, teachers, students, vice chancellors of how this has been done. There are degree courses which are 4 years before we have 3 years. I mean, it's normal. BCom degrees. Now they say that if you have a 3-year course, you will not do everybody is going to do a diploma course. I mean, I don't agree on all those things. And in terms of language, what I have read of NEP is that the government schools will have to be in the mother tongue, whereas the private kids are starting at a very early age with English. Let's understand that. Also, the way the NCRT has been completely dominated. We have seen the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi has been removed. We have seen RSS banned after that is not there. 2002 Gujarat riots not there. I mean, this is a whole centralized system which we do not agree on. In a country where there are many languages, different cultures, different castes, different creeds, you do not need to centralize things. You have to leave it to states. Let the states be, because we, unlike France, Italy, Germany, we don't have one language. Russia, we don't have one language. It's not about English. We have multiple languages in this country. So it's the common language amongst all of us is definitely in the south it's English and in the north it's Hindi. So how do you want one shoe to fit everybody?
Okay.
And we have seen what's happened in Tamil Nadu recently. 2 days ago, a son committed suicide because of need. The father committed suicide. We have to sit together. We all want a good education policy. I too do. And when you spoke about this class 10th and 12th, let's remember during the UPA times, we got rid of the board exams. And why did they get it back then? At that time, it was Kapil Sibal, the education minister. So we got rid of it, but they got it back. So they just want to bring about things the way they want to do things.
Okay, so let me ask Saravanan, it's very unfortunate the circumstances that we saw over the last few days. First, a young boy committing suicide, and then his father also taking his own life because of the NEET exam. Now, surely there needs to be, counseling for these students, and whoever needs academic help in bridging the gap between state board syllabus and the NEET exam, that academic help needs to be extended to them. But to say that, in 26 out of 27 states or in 27 out of 28 states, you can have NEET and all students there are undertaking that NEET, including in Tamil Nadu, by the way. But we don't want NEET in Tamil Nadu because some students are committing suicide. That is politics. You would rather, extend psychological help, educational.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Now we have a positive story for you. On the occasion of 77th Independence Day, Muzaffarpur Police Officer SP Kumar Ashish took the initiative to build schools for poor children. In this school, free school books and other kits were provided by him. Listen in to his story.
पुलिस जिला मुजफ्फरपुर द्वारा रेल पुलिस पाठशाला का शुभारंभ किया गया है, जिसमें प्लेटफॉर्म पर रेलवे स्टेशन के आसपास रहने वाले जो बच्चे हैं जो इसी तरह अपना गुजारा कर रहे हैं, जिनको शिक्षा अभी मुयस्सर नहीं हुई है, उन सभी लोगों को हम लोग इस माध्यम से पढ़ाने का काम कर रहे हैं ताकि वो एक अच्छे नागरिक बन सकें, अच्छी शिक्षा दीक्षा ले सकें और इसके बाद यहाँ से उनका स्कूलों में हम लोग नामांकन भी करवाएंगे ताकि आगे अच्छी शिक्षा बन सके.
Well, that's all from me for now, but stay with CNN News 18 for more news and updates right on the other side.